Hello, it's Collector Sleuth here, and today I have a couple items I'm going to share with you that I purchased from the Bradford Exchange. That's an online website. The first item I'm going to show is a advent calendar, and these, as with many items on the Bradford Exchange, come in issues where you get sets every month or so, or every 2 weeks as they become available. And sometimes they'll come in order, sometimes they won't. But anyway, I do have a complete set of this advent calendar, and as you can see there, I already put the tiles in there, and you can change those tiles. They are removable according to whatever month you're in, so these just slide in. And then down here are some extra tiles. Here you can put on like holidays, and I also have like a Thanksgiving one here. So, and then there it says The Nightmare Before Christmas. Under there, you can, the word "the" is there, it's hard to see, but it's it's right there. There, now you can see it. And then the little moon on top there, the swirly hill. It's like a wood wood piece there that holds all the calendar pieces. And so the first issue is Sally here, and there's a second figurine that comes per issue. These came 2 figurines per issue. So she is issue 1. As you can see, that little tiny 001 there. And here's Sally with her little pink flowers there in front, and some cobblestone bricking here. Some brick there. So very cute. I think she looks pretty good. The sculpting on this I think looks pretty good. And the colors look good. So there's Sally. I'll put her up there. And Sally came with the Harlequin demon here for February. Same base. I think they all have the same gray stone base. And he's got his rat hat that he's about ready to make here. And his mallet. So Harlequin demon. He's got nice little swirls here. Try not to drop them. The next one is a vampire with his killer duck toy. And he's got his umbrella here. A lot of detail on these guys. Lots of little pieces that could easily get broken, so you gotta be careful with them. A little hand underneath the present even. And so he was issue number 2. It's hard to see, but he's issue number 2. And he would have came with April, let's see, which is the clown. And he's got Jack-in-the-Box, Jack-o'-lantern in the box here. And his little beanie hat and his rubber chicken on him. He looks really good too. These actually look really good. Some of Bradford Exchange's work, some of their sculpting on some of like their bigger pieces and stuff, when they make them really small, don't look too good. But these actually look pretty good. So there's April. May, which is issue 3, is 0. And he's got his little doghouse. And his ears are probably a little bit on the long side, but other than that, it's pretty good. He looks pretty good. He does have a little jack-o'-lantern. They actually did put the detailing on the jack-o'-lantern on his nose there. And there's his face on the doghouse. It's very cute. Lock, Shock, and Barrel, also issue number 3, came with 0. And here they are with their bag. Same cobblestone base there, and he's got a scorpion in his hand. The claws on the scorpion are probably a little bit on the long side, but other than that, it's really cute. A little dusty. He's got his little hands together right here. Issue 4, have the mayor holding a list here, a paper. Plans for Halloween Town, I'm sure, as he has more in his hand here. And they do have both sides of his face. Now the mayor won't fit on the middle shelves. His hat's too tall. He either has to go at the top, or I'm just going to put him down here. August is Dr. Finkelstein. And they gave him like a little tube here. Scientific tube there. And it says August. This one's August, and which is my birth month. And he's in his wheelchair, which they put partially into the base here. Probably give it more stability, make him less likely to break off. And here he has his brain exposed. He's scratching it. So that's really cute. Next one is September, who is the behemoth here. And he's got some Christmas lights on him. And his axe is in his head there. His little bug-eyed expression. He does have pupils. It's hard to see in the on the glare of the camera, but there are 2 small pupils in his eyes, so it's not just a solid yellow color. October is the devil. He's got his pitchfork. He looks really good too. Now, all these look really good. I don't know if his tail's quite this long in the movie, but he does have a tail there. Some tombstones. November is Oogie Boogie. There's red dice and a snake coming out there, and it's also in his tongue, a snake. And they made this one green versus the tan color. And last but not least is Jack Skellington, and this is issue number 6. And I think Oogie Boogie would have been issue 6 as well. Came with Jack here. He's got his hands crossed in front of his chest. It gave him yellow teeth. I wish the yellow wasn't quite as, maybe a slightly different shade would have been a little nicer. This one's kind of bright. Other than that, he looks pretty good. They didn't color in his nostrils, which a lot of times they don't because of how small they are probably, but they did color in his knuckles though. So anyway, there's Jack Skellington, and I'm going to put him at the top. And it actually is December right now, so that's fitting. So anyway, that's what it looks like with all of them on there. I'm going to carefully shove this to the side without knocking anybody off. Let's go this way. And next I have is this really cute, this tree is the base for some teacups, which I thought were kind of pricey. This Bradford Exchange, a lot of their stuff is very expensive. They have like a super great return policy. You have 1 year that you can return an item for any reason, and they will refund you your money plus the return shipping. So they give you everything back. Since I usually keep the items I purchase from there, I'd rather see cheaper prices than rather than the very generous return policy. I don't know if that's part of the reason why their prices are so high, or if it's just because they don't make very many items, or why it is. But these were a little pricey, I think, for what you get. But it is very nice, though. I thought this was a really cool concept. But the first teacup is Jack Skellington here. move this so we can focus better on these. There we go. And he's just kind of chilling in this green goo here with a 0 on the handle. And it's got some jack-o'-lanterns, and it's got this cool gate work right here. And it's the snake goes all the way down and up into his hand, and it's kind of like, looks like a sugar cube there. It's actually a little glittery. And he's got some sugar cubes also floating in whatever he's bathing in there. And so these are really, I think, really highly detailed, very cute. But as you can see, it's about that size. So not very big. And I think these were with shipping and everything. And they ship each one separately because they are in issues as well. This one's issue 1. I think it was about $60 for this little bitty figurine like that. So it was like 50 to 60. I can't remember. It was either way. I don't think these should be over $20, $25 for something this small, or maybe even 30 to 40 on the high end. But these were more expensive than that. So I do think, unless you really like them, which I really like them, I don't think you're getting much for what you're as much as what you're spending on them. You know, they are really cute. So I'm going to set him back here, and then I'll put him on the tree so you can see him on the tree. Number 2 is Sally, and she's pouring in her potion there, and you can see her this rising out of her material there. Little kitty cat on the handle. But the sculpting work on these is actually pretty good compared to some of their other work that they've done. I was really pleased with the way these were sculpted, which for the price I would hope that they would be sculpted really well. And the paint job on these is better than some of their other stuff. So these are really, really cute. They're just kind of pricey, in my opinion. And you don't get 2 for that. That's per one. Let me see number 3. Who's number 3? I'm thinking Lock, Shock, and Barrel's number 3. Oh, wait, nope. The base, okay, the tree base was number 3. And I'll show that to you once I get these put on there. And this one, you can't see an issue number. I'm sure they have it somewhere. But it's so, the shape of it made it hard for them to print that on there. But I'm going to assume that this was number 4, but let me check. Nope, this one's number 4. So this one's number 4, which is Oogie Boogie. And he's got his arms spilling open with bugs coming out. And he's got a couple of red dye in his hand. And then he's got one of these bats that are in his lair there, and the like a wheel type thing going on here. And his skeletons that are in his lair are on the cup. So I kind of like that they do use things from the movie that go with the character they're trying to portray here. And it's pretty cute. It might have been kind of nice if they did a different color maybe of this. Actually, I think these glow in the dark. And I'll turn off the light so we can see that. And I think they actually do glow in the dark without having, needing to be charged. Either they've charged them or they're just good enough to where they don't need to be. But yeah, I'll turn off the lights once we get through all of these. Number 5 is Lock, Shock, and Barrel. It has to be because the other 2 are not. And you got Lock kind of diving. It's hard to see that, but he's doing a cannonball. He's got his hands wrapped around his knees, and he's jumping into the fluid, and it's splashing. So you see the splash here with the Barrel on that side and Shock on this side. So he cannonballed in there, which is really cute. And they've got these skull garlands here on the side, banners or whatever. No masks on them on this one. Number 6 is Dr. Finkelstein. I think his brain is a little dark. I don't remember it being quite... It might... I don't know if that's a little on the dark side or what, but Usually when I see Dr. Finkelstein in collectible form, his brain's not quite this purpley brown, but he's got his electrical pieces here, and I think the bone deer are down here or something, and skeletons down here that he can bring to life. And we got the skull to the reindeer on the handle. And he's also in this brightly green. I think all of them are the same color except for Jack. He's in a much darker green fluid there. And yeah, we got some dials and stuff down here too. They almost look like eyes, but they're not. They're little dials. So there's that one. And then the last one, which I just received maybe a week ago. And as far as I know, this is all of them so far. I don't know if they'll make more. But the tree's completely full at this point. So if they do make more, they need to make another base. But here is the mayor. And he's got the banners to the town hall on here. And you got the fountain here. I like that the curly tail is really cool. That you can hold as the handle. And here's his other face there. He's got his megaphone. Got a little bit of a paint flaw right here. But other than that, he looks pretty good. So I'm going to put these on this tree. And here's the tree. Alrighty. Let's see, let's put Jack at the top. And Sally here. Now some of these have to go in specific spots because they won't fit in others. Like the mayor's hat won't fit on the bottom. Alright, so there they all are. See, and they look really cute, just perched up on that tree. And so I'm going to turn the lights off, and we'll see these glow in the dark. Oh, well, I can see them. Unfortunately, you guys can see that, but they are glowing in the dark. I can see it really well. I'm not sure why it's not showing up on the camera, but they do glow in the dark. All of them except Jack, which makes sense because they made him out of a different material. The green stuff in his teacup. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. I enjoy sharing my items with you guys. You let me know which set you liked better. Did you like the teacups better than maybe the advent calendar? In my opinion, the sculpting on both items was pretty good. Considering how expensive these are, I'm very selective as to what I buy from the Bradford Exchange because they are so expensive. But the items I do buy usually are really nice. As you can see here, these are really nice items. And so I'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. Bye.